It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Welcome to it. It's a Friday morning, and right now, when you hear that song, you know it's time for the Culinary Hotline bling. Sing, sing, sing! Yes, now, have you been thinking of inviting a couple of your besties over for a tea party, but don't know exactly how to do it, what to serve? Well, we'll be talking about a new book that's just hit the shelves. It's packed with more than 50 party or tea party recipes, and the best news is we are going to give a copy away. So to tell us more and share a recipe or two, we have the author of Royal Tea Party, Professor Elaine Vlok, in studio, of course, with our own tea lover, Anel Potgieter. Ladies, welcome. Of course, it must be said that the Duchess of Sussex wanted to attend our party, but unfortunately, we couldn't allow her. We couldn't allow her. The party's full. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations on the book as well.
Thank you.
All right. So when we talk about having these kind of tea parties and inviting friends, and it is a bit of a nervous situation because you want to keep it nice and classy. Yeah? You want to be able to sip your tea with your finger up in the air. But where did the inspiration come from for this Royal Tea Party book?
This is my 20th recipe book for Clover. It started when we were 100 years old, and then the idea came up that should we not have a recipe book? And this one is really special because it's the 55 best bakes over all these years.
Yeah.
So it's really, I call it a baker's Bible, because the best, most tested and loved recipes are in this book.
Excellent, excellent. Now, before we do carry on, we have good news, as I said. If you would like to stand a chance of winning this beautiful book, then all you got to do is reply to our Facebook post, right? So on our Espresso Morning Show, SABC3 Facebook page, let us know what your favorite tea time treat is. Terms and conditions do apply, and you can find them on our website over there. So let's talk about making the perfect cup of tea, because a tea party wouldn't be a tea party without the perfect cup of tea. How do you make the perfect cup of tea?
I think all types of tea, like green tea, needs a bit less hot water than black tea. Black tea needs a lot of hot water. But you're looking for, like, in your water, you look for, like, frog's eyes, just like a little bit of a boil. And then, Elaine, do you rinse your pot?
Yes, please, with hot water, because then the tea lasts longer and it stays warm longer.
Okay, so you rinse your pot.
So you rinse the pot first to warm it up?
To warm it up. So I'm just going to throw it here.
I can add that in my household, we were told, I grew up with even having hot water in your cups. And then it would have, so that it really lasts longer.
Yeah, but you must be careful of that.
Yeah.
Because in the olden days, they didn't put hot water first, they put the milk first. Because the porcelain was so thin. If you put the hot water first, it could have cracked the porcelain. So they added a bit of milk. So that is where that comes from.
We should actually get Nadia Nakai into this, because she said that she is an all-round tea drinker. And she boils the tea and the milk and the sugar in the pot. And I'm like, whoop. That's a very interesting cup of tea that you're making over there. But yes, so then you allow the tea bag to steep. You said the black tea needs a lot of hot water, whereas green tea less so.
No, it needs like a little, the temperature a little bit lower, the green tea.
Okay, yes.
And then it all depends on the type of tea that you steep it. You know, green tea I steep quite long, you know, so it all depends on what the type of tea.
Or chamomile also.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Now, you're wiggling that bowl around because, of course, now that you have your perfect cup of tea, you now need some scones.
Yes.
Right? Scones, cream. Do you have them with cream or jam or both? Well, what's the right kind of royal way to have it?
Cream.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Making the perfect scone, how do you start?
This is Elaine's recipe, so she needs to help me here. I don't want to do anything, because my scones are normally like, ek kan gaan rolbal speel met dit, like 10-pin bowling, that's so hard.
See, I was waiting for that. You said scones, and some people say scones. So which one is it, your right royal highness? Is it
Scones.
Does the queen say scones?
Yeah, scones.
Okay.
I love it. Okay, so now it's a caster sugar, a bit of salt in it, but that's right, fine. And now we mix our wet ingredients. No, that is later on to top it up to make
What is this?
That is milk. That is milk. So we now need cream and a lovely sparkling water. We mix the two.
So I must mix it together.
Yeah, that's right.
Why sparkling water?
You will see it makes it so light. This is the best scone recipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then
Really
you
Why
get
don't you
all
make it with butter? Because this was not a butterbroodjie in Afrikaans.
Yeah, but
Wat is-
the butter is in the cream. So that is what is so special about this recipe. So
okay.
all the richness of all the creams, the best cream, you have in that little container.
So I mix this
Yeah,
all together.
yeah.
Must I get my hands dirty
Okay,
now?
now I see you really use your
Spatula.
spatula and
Too
you
much?
Need, yeah, too much.
Oh.
You know,
You're turning our scones into scones, I
when you
know.
do a proper scones, it must be really light.
Just
so
liggies.
just mixed, Once it's mixed through, just put it in a little nice bowl and onto your stove.
Can I put it on there?
That's right.
And then I can take the cook
No.
Hold on. Dames, ontspan 'n bietjie vir my in die kombuis. Dit raak my tens. Dit raak my tensie binne. Okay. SMS the keyword bake to 33728. We'll send you a link to the recipe as well
So
as
no
the ingredients list.
koekroller?
So, what is that?
A koekroller.
Koekroller.
No, you just tap it with your hands
Dankie.
lightly. The least you touch your dough for a scone, the better.
Gosh,
the lighter it will
oh.
be. And then you...
She's a professor, so ek bang vir professor. Ek doen iets verkeerd. So I just put it on
That's
like
Coffee
that.
line.
lovely.
Why is it better to not be so handsy with your
Because
scone?
all the lightness and the fluffiness and the rising matters are going down and you get like a flat little scone. So
Okay.
now you will really have something that can rise nicely.
Yes.
And it will be light.
And you kind of like, I think a good scone is always one that is slightly out of shape. It's never uniform and beautifully, you know what I mean? It kind of wobbles to one side when you break it.
In the olden days, remember, they didn't have these lovely equipment. They would have done it with their hands and they would just put it together. So they will take off a
Yes.
piece and make it nice and round and then put it onto the plate. That is how your oma made it.
There we go,
Yeah.
exactly.
Elaine, do I get like 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10,
Now,
6 out of
after
10?
this try, I think definitely 7.
You get a 7 out of 10, but then Anel, we're minusing 2 for the koekroller. Okay, so that
was a
goes
bad
away. It's
I
fine.
think I must leave the kitchen.
SMS
don't
baked to
forget that
33728 and we'll be back with the Culinary Hotline.
Okay.
Bling!
Okay.
Sing! The Royal Tea Party edition.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling!
That can only mean one thing.
Yes, indeed. Oh, hear ye. Welcome thee back to the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing. Yes. We are all about the Royal Tea Party this morning, if you were wondering. And so it's all about pinkies down or pinkies up. We don't know what the acceptable manner is to do it, how to stir it. We're learning all manner of things in this beautiful book called The Royal Tea Party. And we have Professor Elaine Vlok joining us, and of course, tea lover Anel Potgieter. We're going to be inviting another tea lover into the studio. We only discovered this very recently, but she is a queen in her own right. Her Royal Highness Nadia Nukai, ladies and gentlemen, welcome her. Yes. Come and join us over here, Your Royal Highness. Before we put you to the challenge, because you said you're a tea drinker, right?
I am a tea drinker.
We're gonna quickly find out what everyone has to say on social media, because we asked if you could invite anyone famous to have tea with, who would that be? Okay, so this is what you had to say at home. Gine Mazibuko says, I would invite Connie Ferguson because I'm dying to know about her fitness and inspiring my career. Yeah, her fitness journey has been amazing, right?
Yeah, she looks great. Have you
She
seen her
looks
abs?
absolutely
She looks better than me.
Cavanier says, Leanne Williams, so much class, and she also loves Game of Thrones. And is that Leanne in front of like, the castle there? I don't know. James says, morning, beautiful people. Personally, I would love to invite Trevor Noah. I like his personality, and I know it's going to be fun. Of
And
course.
he killed.
And he, okay. Are you okay? Then Rhoda says, I would invite Enrique Iglesias, most sexiest man ever. And his songs, I just want to squeeze him. So cute.
Rhoda needs to invite me as well if she invites him.
Can you imagine Enrique Iglesias singing, I can be your hero, babe, while sipping tea with you there? Listen,
great.
so I wanted to find out about your tea etiquette and how well-rounded you are as a tea drinker, because this is a royal tea party.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a cup there.
Okay.
Do you drink your tea with your pinky up or
I
down?
don't, but I'm like a huge mug tea drinker, so this is already too small for me. The bigger
no.
the better. It's like drinking out of saucer. That's me.
The lack of decorum.
No.
It is most vile.
The more tea in it, the better.
I think my muffin just came up. I'm
You
kidding.
guys are haters.
Wait,
The bigger the cup, the better, guys.
wait. So when it comes to a royal tea party, what is the right kind of way, Anel, of drinking tea?
Okay, so you first put your fingers through the little ear.
Yes?
Okay.
Then you use that finger for the supporting act.
Say the
And
nails
then
are a
those
struggle.
as well for the supporting act. And then if you're a royal, you can lift your pinky like that.
Right?
And if you feel you're a commoner, you can keep it there. But I think life is too short. We must all gooi ons pinkies in the water.
Pinkies in the air, y'all. Pinkies in the air. Look at that. That's how you do it.
No, I think you're going to try. My nails are too long. I can't even hold
Okay,
anything.
so the first test, clearly Nadia failed.
Yeah, I failed.
Second
Miserably.
test. This is
Okay.
we're going to hand you a cup again
Okay.
with a teaspoon.
Okay.
How, when you have your favorite cup of tea in front of you, do you stir your tea? So we want to see whether you do it in the right
Okay.
royal way. How do you
You
stir?
know, I feel like I'm just not made for it. I'm really not, because I'm in the kitchen. I've stirred this already in the kitchen. I don't have the spoon because my mom told me that if you have your spoon in your cup, it's hella disrespectful.
But how do you
So I'll just go like this and then bye.
That's nice and delicate. Okay.
Quite delicate.
Professor Elaine, what do you say?
The correct way is you take your spoon and you go like only 12, 6, 12, 6, 12, 6.
But all the sugar's down here.
And you never touch the brim or the sides of your cup.
No
And when you
sounds.
take it out, you put it like the same way your ear of the cup is lying. So and that will be the way.
Nadia done got a few things to learn when it comes to making.
No, I failed miserably. I failed.
But you enjoy it.
I enjoy my tea differently.
One thing you are super successful at is making incredible music. So I'm
Yes, I'm
gonna
gonna
have you take leave. That was amazing. Cheers, Nadia. Okay, so we've made our beautiful scones earlier on. What are you making over there for our tea party?
What am I
Mel?
making, Elaine? Elaine.
Rosemary cheese sticks.
Okay, so I've got the havermout in now.
The oats. No. First you're drying the ingredients.
Oh, what is this? Gosh. Professor.
I know, is this going in there with the egg already?
Salt,
Uh-huh.
your pepper. Okay,
Okay,
and
and-
now you mix it with your
But
egg.
isn't it going to be like scrambled egg now?
No, it won't be.
Oops.
So by the way, if you've just joined us
And then
earlier
some
on,
cheese.
we made a
And
beautiful
light, huh?
scone for our tea party. Right now, we're making a savory nibble, if you will. SMS the keyword dish to 33728. So you're mixing it all together. You've got your oat in there. You had some rosemary. You had some,
more
was that
salt
salt?
and pepper, yeah.
Salt and
Red
pepper
pepper.
for
Okay,
seasoning.
I'm so scared to do something. Professor, can you just
will
put
help.
that in
Help a
there?
bikkie dar, help a bikkie dar. So before all the cheese melts completely,
You put it
you want to get it in there.
In a little baking.
and then you bake it.
Yeah. You just
how long?
make it
We
flat.
must do this quickly because this thing is hot.
That's right.
Hey? My
Okay,
arms
that's
is
right.
besig
Okay,
om
that's
dood te brand.
Sit them near.
Okay, now you can
Okay,
take
then you
over.
press it
Just
down.
press it down.
Lightly, Professor.
Yeah.
And Professor, while we're done, I'm sure Anel will be capable of doing that part of the recipe. What else can we expect from this wonderful book, The Royal Tea
They are the
Party?
most beautiful custard slices, lovely roulade. All the dishes, fat cook,
Excellent.
everything that you can use for a tea party, you will
Wonderful.
find in there.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing us this wonderful
Lovely.
book. I hope that you feel yourself enlightened, my
Yes.
lady.
And she's joining me for the next segment for the Lamingtons.
Excellent stuff. Well, listen, if you'd like to get yourself a copy of the book, then go on to our Facebook page and then let us know over there what is your favorite tea time treat. Okay, terms and conditions do apply and you can find them on our website. And of course, are we coming back again for one more little segment?
Yeah,
or
we're going
that's
to do
just
some
me and you?
Lamingtons.
Some Lamingtons, yes.
We
As
need
the
it.
Culinary Hotline bling.
Sing,
Sing.
sing.
Doth continue.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline Bling. That can only mean one thing.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show, live, large and in charge on this Friday morning. And today it's all about the tea party on the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing. And we're making a classic favorite this morning, Lamingtons. And they're beautiful sponge cake squares dipped in chocolate and then snowed under in desiccated coconut. And they're easy to make and will definitely become a firm family favorite treat if they're not in your book already, that is. And here to show us how to make them, of course, Annel. And we've got Professor Elaine Flock also joining us. So, Lamingtons, yes?
Eystervarkies in Afrikaans.
That's what they're called, Eystervarkies.
Isn't it
Okay.
beautiful?
Absolutely.
Because of the dark and then the white spikes normally from my oystervarkie.
Excellent. Okay, so how do we go about making them?
Prof, ek het jou hulp nodig.
I think the most important part of any recipe where you start with a mixture of butter and sugar, it must be really mixed very, very well. Then you add your eggs.
Did I do it right, though?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I would have mixed it a bit before the time, but it's not that's
Oh.
bad.
You've got a lot to learn when it comes to baking, Arnel.
You will also need to, you haven't
Okay.
cooked this with the dry ingredients.
Okay, let me just put this bit of vanilla
Okay.
in, né?
That's right, okay.
And then we're going to add some beautiful clover custard as well.
Aha, and while
Would
you
you like to
mentioned
add it at
that,
this point?
clover is the key word for you to SMS to 33728 and we'll send you a link to the recipe as well as the ingredients
Let's
list.
see
Ladies, where do lamingtons come from?
It's a New Zealand thing or Australian thing, isn't it?
I think it's
Australian, nee,
Yeah.
yeah, Australian thing. It's part of their national type of cookie repertoire.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So it's an Australian thing. Nee.
I think
Okay.
but the wonderful thing of this recipe is everything is mixed in one bowl.
Yes.
And normally you have
we
like
prefer
many
that.
dishes. Here it's like quick and easy.
Absolutely.
Some baking powder.
Yeah.
I love
Otherwise-
how we took an Australian cookie and named it
Yeah.
oystervarkie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just make it our own.
And now we're going to add this in here. Mix it all together. And Professor, for how long does this go into the oven now?
About half an hour, 30 minutes.
30 minutes
Yeah.
at what temperature?
180.
And where would you bake it? Would you bake it on like the middle
Middle of the oven. Yeah.
Ek gaan 'n bietjie meer van
Is
die
that because
lovely-
you wanted to kind of bake
I think
evenly
just
throughout,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely, yeah. Or if you have a thermofan oven, even better.
Thermofan oven is like 20 degrees
Less
less.
than.
Okay.
How so?
160, yeah. It's just because of the fact that this
heat circulates.
circulate absolutely all areas of the
Ek gaan nog 'n
oven.
bietjie van hierdie lovely
Sjoe,
clover.
daar sê maak sommer jou eie resep
Ja,
daar
maak my
nou.
eie resep en maak dit maak
But the more the lekkerder. So
Ja.
it's very
creamy.
That is it. The more, the lekkerder. That is the new saying, okay? That's how we're doing it at this royal party.
Now
Excellent.
I'm over mixing it, so just mag slaan my oor die
yeah.
vingers.
No, but this you can because you want it nice and smooth.
Okay, so now we've done this. Can I
Excellent.
just leave that? We're going to bake this at
Yeah.
180 degrees for half an hour.
Half an hour, and then the
This is how
sponge
it-
should come out looking
Yeah,
that way.
like
Have
that.
you kind of cut it off? There was I can see a bit of a golden
that's right. But
finish
there is
to
a crust
it.
on that side.
Oh, there is a-
so,
okay,
So it's
on
not
the
a problem
one
if you
side.
keep it, but preferably not.
You just need like little blocks. So
Yeah.
any blocks. If you want a circle, do a circle.
Oh,
if you want
good,
a block,
okay.
do a block. I think
Okay.
it is all up to your
Yeah.
own, you know,
Yeah.
Your own
It's
imagination.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then what do we have here?
This is our chocolate mix
Mm-hmm.
with a bit of milk, butter, and cacao. And then you melt it on the stove. And once it's like
Oh, look at that.
melted, you
What a beautiful thick
yeah,
coat.
absolutely, and it will absorb it.
Yeah.
And now once you've dipped it, it goes into your lovely coconut.
Is this the coconut?
Yeah.
Just like that.
And then, you know that the clover custard, it's got all those vitamins in. So
Absolutely.
it's just a bit of a healthier,
Oh, it's beautiful.
look at that.
Fantastic. Oh,
mooi?
good.
No, she's proud of you. Professor is so proud of you. Wonderful
Okay, I
stuff.
want to do another one.
All right, so you can coat the rest of them over there. Arnel is so excited to be getting our lamingtons finished off here in
Yes,
this
look
beautiful
at it.
chocolate
It's really
sauce and
absorbing
the desiccated coconut. SMS
at
the
that.
keyword clover to 33728. And let's quickly give you a quick flash through this recipe to show you how we made it.
Ek doen dit vir jou graag. Jy sê dit mooi.
Clover Classic Custard. The creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
They're mostly known as lamingtons, and in Afrikaans, they're called oystervarkies. Call them whatever you like, but make sure to give these clover lamingtons a go this weekend. To a sieve, add 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Sift together and set aside. In a separate bowl, combine half a cup of clover butter and a 1/3 cup of sugar. Then beat until pale and fluffy. Add 1 egg, then whisk again before adding in a 2nd egg and mixing again. Next, add a 3/4 cup Clover Classic custard and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, then mix. Pour the custard mixture into the flour and fold until combined. Finally, it's time to pour the cake batter into your greased tin. Bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 40 minutes. Set aside to cool completely before slicing the sponge into squares. To make the chocolate icing, combine 3 cups of icing sugar, half a cup of Clover Fresh full cream milk, a quarter cup of cocoa powder, and 2 tablespoons of Clover butter. Whisk until smooth and add more milk if the icing is too thick. We're almost done. Place a sheet of baking paper on a working surface. Then place a wire rack over the paper. Carefully dip each cake square into the chocolate icing. Then cover with loads of desiccated coconut. Leave to dry before tucking in. We don't care what you call these cake babies as long as you try making them. Serve with a pot of hot tea and good friends around the kitchen table.
Made with love by Clover.
So there you have it, as simple, as easy as that. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728, and we're going to have a little taste of these freshly made lamingtons. Lovely sponge, nice and soft. Oh, it's beautiful.
Don't you want to taste?
Beautiful. Prof Flop, thank you so much. 10-19 for jou, Anna. Well gedaan.
Dankie, Kat.
Oh, and on that note, we will leave it here for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing.
Oh, man, so jealous.
Clover Classic Custard. The creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.